Oh, there you are. Raider Nation, what is going on? I want you to drop in the chat. Spam it. 2-0. Drop that record in there, Raider Nation. 2-0. Feeling good. Let's get a comment if your team is undefeated. I know the silver and black is coming in here hot. And what is going on? We have, the chat is getting lit. I see those W's. I see the W's. Let's get it going. Man, let's go fishing for some fins. Raiders. Raiders. I love it. Great win against the hated Squealers. MVP conversations always come up. Let's rack up some more wins. 2-0, 2-0, 2-0. See you guys. 2-0, baby. Get that W. Spam it in the chat. I want 2-0s all over the board. Man, what a game. This episode is being brought to you by SAHARA Las Vegas. Make sure every home game weekend you guys come check everything out at SAHARA Las Vegas. RaiderCody.com/SAHARA. Promo code LVCody. 20% off your room. $50 in resort credit. 72-hour cancellation fee. You get a 1 p.m. late checkout, free parking, and a 2-night minimum on that stay. Get everything going. I want to see those 2-0s, man. Let's go. Shout out to the chat. After those 2-0s, I want to see where you guys are listening from or where you're watching from live. I want area codes. I want cities. I want states. I want countries. Wherever you guys are coming in from. Let's see. I'm trying to keep up with the chat here. Tackling like we wanted. I love it. Obviously, coming to this game is a little sketchy. With the injury report looked terrible, right? Richie Incognito, he's still out. Josh Jacobs being ruled out. Nick Kwiatkowski being ruled out. Yannick Ngakoue coming in was good for us. It was good to see that. Obviously limited down the stretch, but early on in the game was looking good. 2-0s. I want to see those 2-0s in the chat. 2-0. Drop that record. Come on. It don't get no better than that, Raider Nation. Undefeated. It feels good to be an undefeated team in the league. 2 weeks in, that's a good feeling. That's a good start. And a lot of fan bases, a lot of football fans ruled us to be 0-2 at this point. And guess what? We're 2-0. I see Anaheim. I see Edgar, Anaheim. I see Salinas in there. I see 860 Connecticut in there. Lots of Anaheim. Okay. Oklahoma, Phoenix. Good stuff. Mesa, Arizona, 805, 909. Drop that location in there. Raider Nation's worldwide. I want to know where you guys are listening from, and I want to make sure I'm not missing any of your guys' chats. Let's see what's going on here. Good stuff, guys. So on our side, things were sketchy, obviously, right? With injuries, things could have been worse, but they ended up being pretty cool coming in. Offensive line is something coming in, obviously expecting growing pains. Missing Richie. We had, Simpson going out. We had, it's been rough. We had Leatherwood coming in the second half with a side strain. It was not very good for offensive line. And we had the same hiccups that we had early on in the game last week of guys, bad snaps, pre-snap penalties, stuff that we don't need, but we're able to get through it. Shout out to the chat, Riverside. I see you guys in there. Tracy, I'm coming in from the 2-0 island. That's an island I want to be on. Gypsy, I love it. Michigan, I see you guys in there. Steelers also came in with 2 random scratches. I think it was groins with Devin Bush and Joe Hayden. So, yeah, that was wild. Anyways, Raider Nation, let me tell you guys something. It was really cool to come in here, and it was a nervous game coming into Pittsburgh, a place that we've really struggled with. I think losing the last 4 out of 5, but coming in strong and coming out with a win, and that was awesome. And ultimately, gosh, let's quit messing around. And obviously, this show is being brought to you by SAHARA Las Vegas. Every home game weekend, go check them out. Black Sunday, you guys always see me rocking my Black Sunday gear. Make sure you check them out, blacksundayshop.com. That's all I'm going to be rocking all season long because there's nothing that matches this Black Sunday gear. Good stuff. Made by the fans, for the fans. Love it. And obviously, Woodson whiskey. Make sure you guys check out that Woodson whiskey. Made by the goat. Tastes like the goat. So let's get after it. Man, 2-0. Let's talk about it. We came out, I felt like pretty hot on defense, especially. Big stop. We had some pressure on third down. Nate Hobbs was making an appearance early on in the game. I feel like through preseason, we put enough on film for Nate Hobbs where offenses don't really want to mess with him. He made that presence early. They had, 7 downs? Punt. Felt good. Vegas comes in, a little short drive. Offense, again, those early on hiccups have really struggled. They've really hindered our team overall. I still have faith in the offense to be top 10 level. Through 2 games, are they? If I'm talking efficiency, an efficient offense and what they were last year, are they to that level? No. Are they clutch? Yes, they've been clutch. They've been very clutch. And that's been obviously showed you guys through 2 games. So I'm not going to count them out. But man, we had those hiccups that, led to a punt on the first drive that, obviously should have had points on the board. And it's weird to say this, but I'm going in every time that the opposing offense has the ball. I'm feeling pretty confident in them for the first time in a while, right? So we have these growing pains for the offensive line, and we have growing pains for our rookie wide receivers to come in and step in and have a bigger role. And the defense has stepped up and made this, I think, an easy transition. Oh, I see Ivan the Gray. I see shout out to the moderator in there. Raiders! I love it. Let's hear it, guys. Let's hear it. Let's get them Raiders in the chat. I want to see Raiders in the chat. I want to see that 2-0 in the chat. I love it. Let me reset something here. I got one thing for you guys. Might help you guys out. Let's see. There it is. Some featured comments at the top. Make sure you drop those comments in there and I'll feature whatever the best ones are. All super chats are going to get featured and talked about. Growing pains from Alex Leatherwood. Yes. Obviously the injury set him back. Gus Bradley. Let's get that in there. Gus Bradley coming through strong. Paying off. 2-0. Just one, baby. Love it. Defense is phenomenal. Let's see them Raiders in the chat. I love it. Anyways. So after the interception, we had a really ugly drive. Probably one of the ugliest Raiders offensive drives that I've seen in a long time. Look at the Kansas City Chiefs in the chat. That's cool. Obviously, you guys don't have a good enough content for you guys to listen to, or watch live. You're tuning in here for the Raiders post-game shows. So we had a strip sack on first or second down, first down. We had a mishandled snap between Andre James and Derek Carr. Then we had a false start. Should have been more points on the board. I mean, we could have been 14 zip, right? At this point, we're 3-0. We should have had a lot of points on the board at this point. We go into the second quarter. Again, talking about the defense, coming up with the big stops. Another big stop. Hayward made some big plays. Raiders ball. Hayward had 2 big pass breakups that led to the Raiders getting the ball. In key downs, deep balls, third down, could have been big pickups, 50-50 balls. Hayward made the play. Shout out to 29. Shout out to our depth chart. I see you, Jay Raider. Shout out to our depth chart because they came in strong. Not even just going into the game, but to finish the game. Let's see. The fish have been gutted. We eat fish next Sunday. I see you in there, man. I see you in there. Let's go. Up. I don't know. I mean, there's always a need to improve, but let's be honest, man. Our receiving corps is looking pretty good right now, guys. And I'm pretty happy with how Brian Edwards stepped up. Henry Ruggs showed up. It was really cool seeing. I mean, between the 3 of them, really, Ruggs, Renfro, and Edwards, they're starting to gel in real game time, and I think they're going to come through. When we need them to. Big catch by Renfro. Renfro has mids, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit. So after that big 4th down stop, Derek takes a big hit at one point, gets a big first down pickup. Who was that to? I believe Waller. That was where Waller first got involved. Was it Waller? Might have been Waller. Hunter's getting slippery at this point. Another field goal, 6-0. Still, again, we're kicking field goals like they're going out of business. Pittsburgh drives down, couple big plays. We go down 6-7. That was the only time we were down during the entire game. Right before halftime, we move all the way down to the 2-yard line. And I said this is probably the most disappointing drive a couple drives ago. This is the most ridiculous drive I've ever seen called by a staff of referees. That's saying a lot from a Raiders fan. Back-to-back plays. We had a touchdown called back on a bullcrap holding call. I get Leatherwood's had his penalty issues, and I think they're just looking for that to be an excuse. But touching him as he's running by him is not a holding call. That's just pathetic. Then a false start. Then there's an illegal man downfield. Settle for a field goal. We're going to halftime 9-7. Shout out to the chat. Get that super chat. Like I said, every super chat gets featured. We're going to hold you up here. Shout out to the Raider Critique. Raider Critique says, 2-0, Miami. You're next. Go Raiders! Raiders! Come on, Raider Nation. I know you guys are vibing this. 2-0 feels good. Shout out to Raider Critique for the super chat. Good stuff, guys. This is the type of stuff we live for. This is the type of stuff as Raiders fans, even with everything that we're struggling with and everything that we're having issues with, and you know, one playoff appearance in how many years and whatever it is, we're loyal and we're here and we're looking for some W's. We're looking for a good time. We're looking to come in here and witness. We love the heart attacks. We love the stress levels going up. And this was a pretty secure win, more than others. But there's also those others where you're like, whoa, we can give this up anytime. Let's see. Like I said before, Gus Bradley was our best offseason addition. Let's go. Renfro's the GOAT, takes a hard hit over the middle and secures the catch. John Q, I see you. Pyramid Stalker, I see you. Let's go. Let's go. So we go. Whew. Trying to keep up with everything here. I got text messages coming in, chats coming in. Let's see if we can keep up with this post game. 2-0 feels good. What was really cool to see, obviously coming in the second half, it was unfortunate that Alex Leatherwood didn't play the second half with that side injury. It was cool to see Darren Waller get involved early, Willie Snead getting involved, and then Solomon Thomas started making a huge presence in the second half. And not just on the field, not just when the ball was in play. It was cool to see old boy 51 got ejected with Pittsburgh, and he's trying to pick fights over there right after the play. Solomon Thomas is the dude that's stepping in front for his teammates. This is a team that is well meshed. It's well gelled. They love each other and they just want to win. I feel like this locker room is stronger than it's ever been, and obviously winning fixes everything. And it's not that we need anything fixed right now, but it's going to sustain success. And I love that. Hunter Renfrow in his mitts. Henry Ruggs started getting involved with the big gain. That Foster Moreau touchdown, amazing. Amazing, right? We had like 3 big plays that drove us down there, got us in the end zone. And then that goofus rolled up on Derek's ankle. Cheap shot. Complete cheap shot. I get the tackle was there, kind of pushing him over, but that dude completely rolled into Derek's ankle. That was on purpose. Then the next drive, they call that roughing the passer on us. I get it. I like that. A wise man once said, "Just win, baby." I'm vibing it. Fourth quarter. This is gonna be a pretty quick post game, guys. Again. Every home game weekend, make sure you guys check out SAHARA Las Vegas. We're doing it big. 20% off your room using promo code LVCody. $50 in resort credit, and we're going to get it going from there on. I was really impressed by our young wide receivers making plays. I've been expecting them to make exactly. We're expecting them to step up, expecting them to go out there and make plays. And I'll tell you, I mean, fourth quarter opened up. Pittsburgh was looking to make a push. They get down. It's 16-14. Arnett gets beat for a big play. They get down there in front of the end zone. Najee Harris gets in there and makes a beast of a play. A good play on him. Like I said, we're up 16-14 at that point. And then we get into a point to where the offense needs to deliver, and Derek just shoots a bomb downfield. Makes ends meet. 23-14. Just about game sealed. We get another chance. Defense comes up clutch, per usual. Offense comes down there and delivers a field goal. So I'm going to wrap this live show up here pretty soon. I want you to drop some more comments in there. Any questions, any concerns? Obviously, probably not much. But I want to talk about going into this Week 3 matchup with Miami and what you guys are thinking that's going to go forward and make a difference. How's this team going to keep pushing into the playoffs? That's what I want to know. In the meantime, even though my graphics aren't working, we're going to talk about the lights out player of the game. And most of the time, I want to go with the flashy guys, the guys that really stood out. This game, nobody really stood out. Everybody just kind of equally contributed. They hung on and showed up when they mattered. So let's get into this. And my Week 2 lights out player of the game is going to be someone that's kind of random. And it's going to be someone that set the tone early. It's someone that got in the Steelers' head within the first couple drives. And that's going to be actually Jonathan Abram. Jonathan Abram was all around. He was making hits. And he tried to strip the ball from Najee Harris. And everyone's going to talk about that stiff arm that Najee threw onto Abram. And Abram, all he was trying to do was strip the ball, got put in a vulnerable position, got thrown back. What did he do from there on out? He wasn't taking it. He's not going for the ball after that. He's there to make a statement. And he made those statements. He came in there and nobody's thrown his way. Between him and Merrick, nobody's really tested Merrick yet. Why is that? I think he's proven. I think people are scared. And I think we got a really good dude in Merrick. I want you guys to drop in the chat who your lights out player of the game was. Drop that lights out player of the game. 3-0 next week. Appreciate you, Jamal. Glad to see you live. We're getting into it. It's a little warm up for the season. We're going to see what it turns into. Alex, with a comment of the night, we are the real deal. And this is where we're going to end this live stream. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Unfortunately, I'm having some technical difficulties, and we'll have the Skype calls and call-ins going not next week, but it'll be the next away game. Get some Skype calls in there and get people. I want to hear some fans' opinions and get going from there. So Raider Nation, ooh, lights out, Derek. See that? DC Daniel Carlson lights out every single week. Raider Nation, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Again, SAHARA Las Vegas every home game weekend. We're doing night before stuff, all day game day stuff, post game shows, pre game shows the night before. We're doing it up. Raider Nation has Week 1 packed the place out. If you're trying to hang out with Raider fans whenever you go to Vegas, SAHARA Las Vegas is the place to go. So again, book your room through the SAHARA Las Vegas website using promo code LVCody, or go to my website, RaiderCody.com. There's links all over to watch me live. You can book your room there. Otherwise, it's RaiderCody.com/Sahara, 20% off, $50 in credit, all kinds of other perks. Make it happen. Come through, hang out. I'm there looking for every listener that's been a part of this show at all, commenting, just watching behind the scenes. Let's meet, let's hang out, let's enjoy a Raiders win. I'm watching the game there as well. And let's get into it. So until next week, 2-0 Raiders, baby. Appreciate you guys. Peace.